The TV and film industry is bursting with work opportunities. Employers are looking for visionaries and hard workers in every field of work. In fact, let's take a look at some of them. We'll categorise them into three groups: global, national and local. Let's work our way down. At the top of the scale, we have the big six. These companies earn $13 to $63 billion a year, and they need people like you. Now, don't be disheartened by the scale of these companies. A key entry point to most of them is through their subsidiaries. Don't be put off working for the studio that made the Titanic, as a subsidiary of theirs made Jackass. Don't be afraid of working for the studio that made The Dark Knight, as a subsidiary of theirs made Robot Chicken. When one company owns a lot of subsidiaries that make similar content, that's called horizontal integration. For example, the Walt Disney Company owning Marvel Studios or Lucasfilm and Pixar. Vertical integration is when a company owns multiple subsidiaries down the production line. For instance, Time Warner owns DC Comics, which then removes licensing fees so Warner Brothers can make Man of Steel, or Cartoon Network can make a new Batman series. These companies are all commercially funded. In this case, that means they make their money by selling their products. National employers are a little different. Here in the UK we have the BBC, which is chartered. That means it's owned by and produces entertainment for the whole of the UK. Because of this, it has to abide by strict codes of conduct to make sure that the BBC provides something for everyone. It does this through its network, including the teen and comedy-oriented BBC 3, CBeebies child content, and the more hard-hitting dramas and documentaries that are found on BBC 1 and 2. The BBC makes its money from the annual TV licence, costing each TV-watching household £145.50 a year. With 26.4 million of these households throughout the UK, that adds up to £4 billion a year, and funds budgeting towards future TV shows. ITV is commercially funded, and in this case, they make their money from showing adverts and commercials in between the shows. They mostly commission shows from smaller production companies, but ITV has its own in-house crew that it uses to film news and popular shows such as This Morning. Channel 5 and Channel 4 are the same in this respect. The BBC have their legal requirement to monitor their own work and make sure that everything is up to standards on a moral and ethical front. Other stations, adverts and films will be monitored by the BBFC, the ASA and Ofcom. The BBFC are responsible for the big red circles and green triangles that you'll see on the spines of your favourite DVDs. The ASA censor ads that might not be suitable for the public. Ofcom regulates every aspect of media so that no content suffers in need of more advertisement. Local employers. We have production companies right here on our own doorstep in Liverpool. Line Pictures produces for companies such as Channel 4 and ITV, with shows such as Fresh Meat and The Only Way is Essex. Working for commission means that your company has taken a script or even a demo episode to a TV channel and they've liked it. What comes next is they'll ask for how many episodes they want you to make and give you a budget to make that. You'll work to a deadline and you'll give them the final product. This means you work with your own team instead of an in-house studio like the national networks, and you can still produce something by yourself and make great content. Working with commission also means that you can work with brands for sponsorship deals, Nikon for Hollyoaks, or Domino's Pizza. So, there are your future employees. Vertically and horizontally integrated companies that work with every genre under the sun. You probably think they're all different. There's one thing that they have in common. They all want you, they all need you. What would Game of Thrones be without its multinational crew? What would Breaking Bad be without its camera operators, its location scouts? Roles in pre-production include screenwriting, concept artists, casting agents. When we move on to production, we can call for lighting riggers, microphone operators, floor managers. Also in post-production, we begin to go into Foley and CGI artists. not to mention the editors. If you can adhere to the employment conditions, then these jobs can be yours. If you're qualified to work for an in-house role with contract hours, what's stopping you? If you think you could work freelance, go for it. You're not alone either. There are organisations out there such as PACT and BEC2 that are there to protect your intellectual property. PACT provide legal and business advice and offer support for young filmmakers. The MPA offers contacts, advice and a forum of over 800 members, ranging from inexperienced filmmakers to established artists. BEC2 is the media's trade union, and Creative Skill Set is there to influence future policies, ensure quality and invest in skill development. Your skills. Now, I've told you what roles you can apply for, where to apply for them, who to talk to about contract negotiation, who to talk to about qualifications and training. Now there's just one thing left. To go out there into a new world.